Hi, it's Joseph, and welcome back to the YouTube channel on San Miguel de Allende Secrets. And today we're going to be talking about the power of the feminine. As always, there's links in the descriptive box below if you need more information, or feel free to leave a comment. Also, there's a link to Amazon.com if you're interested in buying any of the best-selling books in the San Miguel de Allende Secrets series of books. Dynamic blends of indigenous and Spanish heritage enrich the history of Mexico. Yet, for hundreds of years, Mexican women were restrained by the strong patriarchal traditions of this heritage. A father's authority was beyond question. The strict moral code established by the church and prevailing family attitude shielded daughters from the sins and corruptions of the world. Ever notice a shell motif around windows and doors of older homes in San Miguel de Allende? That was a symbol for chastity, and a way for an Inquisition-era father to let the Inquisitor's guards know that his daughters were pure. There was no reason to visit there. The same goes for the Inquisition-era's architecture. Even today, my colonial-style home has few windows that face the street, and none at eye level. Instead, once inside via the courtyard, I can see into every other room of the home. A father's goal was to keep an eye on his daughters, not to ponder what his neighbors were doing. Economic and social condition governed a woman's lifestyle, including her educational opportunities, activities, and advantages or disadvantages. Because tradition at every social level decreed that a woman stay close to home serving her family. That did not suggest weakness on her part. Her strength held the family together when the man of the house left for battle or other pursuits. With or without him, she carried on the customs and cultures and passed them along to her daughters. At first, when the Spanish arrived, marriages were mostly partnerships, easily formed and easily modified, as witnessed in baptismal certificates listing children to one mother but various fathers. As the church and state got more organized, so did marriages. Marriages were usually arranged, often for the social or economic reason. If a woman chose not to marry, or marriage couldn't be arranged, the convent offered protection. Upon leaving her father's home, the husband or the church became master. Most women, if not content with the way of life, accepted it as a way to retain their respectability and safety. Folks tend to forget today that living in a cloistered existence wasn't necessarily a religious calling. If you were a wealthy Spanish woman who didn't like men, or didn't want children, or simply wanted to be well educated, the cloister was an attractive option. You could buy your condo in Bella Artes, bring along your servants to care for you, and spend your days immersed in whatever interested you between attending masses. Women that changed the course of our lives here in San Miguel de Allende via their convents included Maria José Lina de la Canal y Herves, pictured there on the left, and Maria del Refugio Aguilar on the right, both that still have active orders here in Centro. On a more national scale, one needs to look no farther than the 200 peso note to view Sor Juana, warning men not to underestimate the intelligence of women in the book she's writing in the background. Typically, women took no part in political affairs or events outside the home, although a woman's social class or wealth increased her sphere of influence. There were those who refused to comply with conditions ordered by the men, or society as a whole. Brave women fought for political freedom and raised their voices to improve the lives of those less fortunate. For a few, their human rights convictions empowered them to act. Others were compelled to rise above personal tragedy. You can visit museums in nearby Querétaro or Comonfort dedicated to women that changed the course of Mexico, like Josefa Ortiz de Dominguez or Manuel Taboada. Another option is to visit local schools when they're doing plays for their namesake, like Leona Vicerorio, there in the lower right-hand corner. For some women, it was artistic expression that forced them from the home to a larger stage. San Miguel de Allende is lined with dedications to artists like Angela Peralta, Maria Felix, pictured there on the left, Sarah Garcia on the chocolate box, Dolores Del Rio, and Maria Garver. For centuries, voiceless women were obedient and uncomplaining. However, right from the start of the Spanish invasion, there were women like the controversial La Malachine. Also less controversial, but more internationally popular, were the Catrinas, pictured in the upper right-hand corner, the skeleton women. and the Maria dolls that left their mark on today's San Miguel de Allende and around the world. Everyone in Mexico for more than a few minutes know that Mexican men must do what their mothers tell them to. That's why the Virgin Mary, or Guadalupe, is so important, making Mexico's history and culture more feminine and compassionate than you're going to find in other places. Couple all these versions of the Virgin with the numerous female saints, nuns, political activists, and artists that have all contributed to Mexico's power of the feminine. As always, feel free to click like and subscribe down below and get notifications of new videos as they come out in the San Miguel de Allende Secrets series of videos.